Our strategy, of course, the thought process is from whole to parts, but when it comes to working, we are taking different segments, different parts, and trying to integrate it upwards. The Government of India, about 2 years back, declared this as a national river. It means something special to us. It has a unique socio-cultural heritage, very unique ecosystems and biodiversity of the Ganga basin. It has undergone geomorphological changes. We do see erosion at many places, sediment depositions, and the floods at many places because of this. Managing water resources in the entire basin is again a challenge, so that is another aspect that we are looking at. And of course, in some stretches, the pollution part is equally important. Now, the way we are handling this is we have created the thematic groups, and each group consists of some 30-40 experts. So one group looks at socio-cultural, socio-economic dimensions of the river. The another group is looking at the ecology and biodiversity aspects of the basin. The third group is looking at the geomorphological aspects of the river. Another group looking at how to look at the water resources management in the basin, and of course the environmental quality and pollution aspects. So we have these 5 core groups from the thematic point of view. We do realize that if you want to have all things integrated together, we need to have changes in the policies, governance system, governance mechanism, and of course sometimes many laws. So we have policy, law, and governance group. Of course, we will be handling a lot of data. So in India, so far, we don't have a proper data system, particularly on the rivers, as Nitin earlier mentioned. Even for Ganga, the flow data is very crucial. And when we did this exercise of environmental flows, we did not have proper data and communication. So we have a vision, and we think that we will have several missions to be implemented. Each of these missions will have goals, objectives, work packages, financial layouts. But the way we are working through the thematic groups, as I mentioned earlier, and each of the thematic groups will look at various aspects, including the environmental flows. And we are looking at international experience. We will look at the state of the art that is available. We'll pick up the base methodologies that are there. Already we have done a lot of work. We'll put all the data together, analyze, and come up with suggestions and recommendations. And these suggestions and recommendations then will lead to the many missions that we want to formulate for the rivers: unpolluted flow, continuous flow, ecological restorations, river course development, water resources development in the basin, flood prevention, sustainable agriculture. All this impact the river in some way or the other. Okay, and this is whatever. Now, when it comes to waste, we are adopting a strategy of essentially no tolerance so far as the introduction of waste in the river is concerned. And we will have a strategy. Again, we want to learn from the traditional knowledge what is there. So we're talking about unpolluted flow means essentially no discharge into the river. Of course, we have experience in the country of not managing our sewage treatment plants, and people have become very cynical about sewage treatment plants and effluent plants, so we have to get over, we have to have a strategy for that. Okay. A particular thing is, when we look at the flows in the river, we have essentially only flows in wet period. Most of the other period, our rivers are essentially very low. Unlike what we have the other rivers in the Western countries, either through regulation or because of the rainfall pattern, the flows are very uniform throughout the year. But in Ganga Basin, we have very, very less flows during the dry period. Nitin gave you a presentation on the environmental flows. We are learning on that. And this is the definition that we have adopted for the environmental flows, and we'll continue on that. Okay. So we will look at the environmental flows for the maintenance year or the normal year, and the environmental flows for the drought year. And you can see during the monsoon period, we have much more flow available. And our challenge is basically how do we store that water to make sure that the base flow in the rest of the year is maintained. We're using, as Nitin said, building block methodology. We are looking at considerations of geomorphology, ecosystems requirement, and the most important is socio-cultural requirements of the river. Livelihood and water quality will essentially become the subset of the other three that you have. Nitin showed that we picked up the only 3 sites. Now in the entire Ganga basin, we are looking at number of sites where we will estimate the environmental flows. And now we have more comfortable because we being the part of the government organizations, we are likely to get all the flow data for us. So far as the water resources is concerned, particularly in the upstream stretches, we need to talk about the catchment protection. We need to talk about distributed storage so that we recharge the groundwater and increase the waste flow in the river. That is what is our strategy is. Ecological restoration, environmental flows, plus of course we need to talk about habitat improvement. So that is another thing that we'll look at. We are again creating the complete database for the entire ecosystem of the Ganga basin, aquatic as well as terrestrial ecosystems, various aspects of it. We are looking at wetland systems differently, different tributaries separately, then structural aspects of the ecosystem, functional aspects of the ecosystem, and the various subsystems that we have. And hopefully within the next 5 years or so, we will understand the Ganga system particularly well. Another important thing that we need to talk about is the management of the demand, and agriculture sector is one of the important things. So we are looking at demand management from the point of view of crop pattern, organic farming, irrigation methods, all that will be part of this. Most important, as I said, we need to talk about the policies, laws, and governance. And we are looking at how do we give the responsibilities to the communities and empower communities so that they participate rather than it becomes only the government program. Okay? We're talking about river space. This is all technical. And most important, as was some of my earlier authors said, communication. So we are developing a good communication network wherein we have developed a site which we would like to have a social as well as scientific site where people can interact. And of course, there are other ways of communication that we are looking at. Finally, our model for the Ganga basin is basically we are trying to mimic this tree. Like you have several leaves, so there are several watersheds in this, and you have several branches, and typically as the leaves feed to the trees, main stem and the branches. So we look at interior watershed as several watersheds together which feeds to the branches and then finally meeting the delta and so on and so forth. So this is, we'll try to mimic and follow in our basin plan. Thank you very much.